Hello, and welcome back to Tommy's Top Picks Weekly Roundup Podcast, episode 26. I'm your host, Tommy, joined by John.
How's it going?
Good. We're recording this on Monday because I was away all weekend and visiting some family. And so I was not here on Sunday to record it at our regular time. So sorry it's a little delayed, but we got some cool new news that we can add to the discussion. Before we dive into it this week, we are reaching 200 subscribers rather quickly. And when we do, we're going to be giving away a 9.8 CGC graded King in Black issue number 1, signed by Donnie Cates and Ryan Stegman. Very exciting stuff. All you have to do to enter and get a chance to win this is to leave a comment on our top 5 comic videos. They come out each week. The next one should come out tomorrow, so you'll have another chance to add one on that. You do get a chance for each comment you leave on each week, one per week. So you can get multiple chances to win. And yeah, so you should do that. Go watch our top 5 comics of the week and leave a comment on what your top pick is. So, our main discussion this week is Cardboard Chaos, because we did not really open. Did you open much this week?
I
didn't
I
really
don't
open
think
much.
so. No.
And all I played was Tales Draft, which could be our last Tales Draft for a while. So
Yeah, not a lot to play.
Yeah.
Not a lot to do. It's just waiting for Uprising to come out, which is part of the story of Cardboard Chaos.
absolutely. So let's dive into it. Our main topic this week, Cardboard Chaos. Do you want to start with the Flesh and Blood stuff? We got Flesh and Blood stuff. We got MetaZoo stuff. We got Magic stuff. We got Dice Throne stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy. The whole industry is like kind of shaking. I want to rant on that a little bit later, but yeah,
Absolutely.
FAB Stuff, late release. Obviously, everyone knows about that for US. But the part that I found the most fascinating is that Canada apparently got theirs. So if you pre-ordered through one of their larger, I guess, kind of like their Channel Fireball for up in Canada, one of their larger distributors, then
and they ship to the US.
Yeah, they would ship to the US, and it wasn't even that expensive. When I heard about it, I ordered it. I think it was Saturday or Sunday with like 2-day shipping. So we'll see if I get it before US official street date.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's my experiment. We'll see. And so
I wonder if LSS asked them not to ship to US until.
No, probably not, because it's legal in Canada, right?
True.
You know, like it's legit. So
I was close to Canada. I should have just ran over the border.
I know, that's like, it's like, oh, this is something to keep in my back pocket for the future. I don't know. Hopefully they don't get in trouble over this, but it's going all over the place. Everyone's
also, hopefully it's not an issue by the next set coming out.
Well, hopefully, but that's part of what I want to talk about. I don't think this is not anywhere close to LSS or distributors' fault. This is
no.
Freaking
absolutely
nightmare that is just like rippling everything.
Yeah.
So, point being, maybe we need it in the future. Good to know about it. I'm going to test, see how fast that actually gets here. I did, to just be fair to everything, I did have to pay, I think, $18 in shipping, which isn't terrible, but it's above and beyond the price of the box. So this is going to be my personal box. I would never sell this to a patron because it costs too much.
Sure, this is just for you because you have itchy fingers.
I just wanted to see if I could get it. Maybe though, this is the thing. If you pre-order cases or something, you get free shipping. You know how some of the shops do that.
Yeah.
Like if I had known about it, a few months ago and just bought it one of those low price periods, I may have been able to have it. Some people were opening this weekend in the US, the ones that had ordered from there. So
interesting.
Yeah. Makes me sad because I want to open.
Absolutely.
I'm dying to open new boxes so badly. So we'll see if they show up. I'll report back on that either in the market update or maybe we'll just mention it in the next podcast. But either way, we'll see how that goes and something to keep an eye on in the future. Maybe in the future I'll just buy like a case from them if I can get free shipping or something like that. Just be on the safe side. US legit continues.
Right.
So yeah, that's most of it for the FAB stuff. Was there anything else in that you wanted to touch on? I just wanted to touch that real quick because I thought that was something.
No, yeah. I mean, I think that's interesting. I'm glad that they were ahead of things and were just like, they didn't try and just like let stores sell what they had. And we have like a mini Monarch where for a couple of weeks you can get boxes, but they're super expensive.
Oh yeah, no, I'm glad they delayed it.
Yeah.
I think that's 100% the right move. And that's,
because stuff people are still going to
for extra shipping is not like it doesn't bend.
Not everyone's going to do that. A lot more people will just be like, I'll just wait a week.
Yeah. I'll probably get it like 2 days before I get my other box.
Yeah.
You know.
And you're not going to go to an event between that time, so it doesn't really matter. But.
Yeah, it's the first is the street date in the
Yeah.
US.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's like Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll probably get it like a day before I get the other one. But
I
I
wonder if
did
I'll get
order
any of mine
this.
on Friday. I hope so.
I hope so too. Like I hope we get our US stuff. I have so many different boxes coming in from different areas, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna go. We'll have to see.
We shall see. Yeah. I don't know. I think. Yeah, we'll dive into it later when you want to rant about the
Yeah.
state of the world stuff.
What's
but
going on? Oh
so
my God.
I don't know what's going on with MetaZoo. What's going on with Tops and MetaZoo?
So this is from Louis. He just put out a video on this actually, which I thought was interesting. So apparently, historically, Tops kind of screwed up the special cards. I guess way more the foil whatever's.
Okay.
And
Are
so
they in
people
charge?
were
Is
able-
Tops in charge of the printing?
No, Tops is a collectible card.
Right.
I don't know if you know this. MetaZoo's doing like a collectible card that's not a playable card.
Yeah. Pokemon did these when I was a kid. Like when your
so
mom
it's like a
or dad didn't
baseball
want to
card
spend. Yeah.
for-
Right.
For the
Yeah. They have stats and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So they did that for MetaZoo. I think they did it with the previous set before Wilderness as well, from what I was listening to. And essentially, they did it again this time. And the first time, people complained a lot that it was very easy to tell which packs had like this.
They were weighable, right?
Yeah, weighable. So they implemented a fix, except they kind of screwed it up. They threw in an extra card in the ones that didn't have that should have offset the weight. But the individual cards versus the foiled cards don't weigh the same. So just throwing an extra card in the box didn't offset it enough to keep it from being weighable. Yeah, so Louis got like a whole case, and he opened it up, weighed them all, found the one with the special card in it immediately. And then they were able to identify by pack. So just so people know, do not, if you're doing this, don't buy Tops MetaZoo Wilderness packs, individual packs, because you will never get the special card.
Right.
If you're doing it individually, because they're definitely going to weigh it and only send the bad ones out.
Right.
And even the boxes aren't really safe. It's like a case is your closest to being a safe situation. So.
And then you're buying all the others anyways.
Yeah, exactly. So
wow.
Unfortunate. It was supposed to be fixed. I know Louis was saying he hopes Mike goes and talks to Tops about it because it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
For the collectability of this. And these are the ones with the serialized like first scene versions of the cards. You know those?
Yeah.
So they look really good. Like the art and stuff, fantastic. Did a great job on the product, but if it's weighable, that defeats a lot of the randomness there, which I guess is not a thing in baseball cards, so they've probably never had to think about that. Yeah. No,
they do have they have like these special like textured and fancy and signed.
Oh, they have chase cards.
Oh yeah.
In baseball packs. Okay. Well,
hockey, all of the sports. Yeah.
How did they not solve this already? That makes me crazy. Like I don't understand.
Maybe they just haven't, and the collectors of those games haven't thought of it. I can't imagine that.
I can't imagine that either. That's why I'm like, I don't get it. I don't understand.
What's different?
How this is different than what they did before. I was just like, well, baseball probably doesn't have like special foil serialized editions. Yeah. Like I just don't know baseball cards. So if it does, then they should have had a solution for this before day one, and clearly they don't yet. So that's unfortunate. Hopefully it doesn't have too much of an impact. I don't know how popular Tops cards are for MetaZoo collectors, but it's definitely a thing. And
I mean, I consider myself
a few people on the video with them, and they were the ones who told him, and they were like talking about it during the time. So clearly it's like it's a buzz of those who do collect this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's for the hardcore MetaZoo people.
Sure.
Like I consider myself a pretty avid MetaZoo collector. And like I have a lot of MetaZoo. I don't have a single Tops. I just have no interest. Like not even from like just with this stuff just kind of solidifies that it's not collectible.
Yep.
Or it is, but it's so the chase is almost removed, kind of.
Right.
Before it gets to you. So unless you're spending enough to, I don't know, it just doesn't.
It doesn't make sense to me, but some people love it, and now their product has got value.
Yeah.
I feel bad because he was opening, he's like, yep, so this is definitely the one. It's definitely in this pack, and they opened it, sure was. And it's like now, he's like, now I can't sell these other ones because I've weighed them, and, he's an honest vendor. and he knows they're not going to have it. And he's like, and honestly, with this news like being confirmed, they're not going to go up in value.
No, the boxes are all going to drop.
Yeah, they're all gonna. They're not a collectible sealed product.
No,
really, because you can weigh it and only sell the ones that are not going to have special cards.
Yep.
So very unfortunate. Hopefully that stuff gets fixed. Not sure how Mike handles that. Topps is obviously a pretty big name. You don't want to ruin that relationship over something like that.
No, I don't think you ruin the relationship, but
it's
but
kind of bad.
Yeah, you make sure it doesn't happen again, I guess. But that's what happened last time, right?
Yeah. They already made sure it didn't happen again, and then it did.
Maybe put someone else in charge of correcting.
I don't know. That's rough. I don't know how you handle that. It's not easy, though.
I don't know. Maybe Mike just tells them how to fix it.
Yeah, maybe.
It's just like, if you want to keep doing this, this is how the next box is going to
be laid out. That's what I mean.
Out.
You can't, like, threaten the relationship. Topps, like.
I think he can.
I mean, maybe.
Because what's
depends on how much money they made off of all this.
Right. But, again, how much money did they make off of it? Because I'm a pretty avid MetaZoo collector, and I don't even touch this stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I don't know.
Yep.
We'll see.
It's the thing.
Oh, and the other MetaZoo news, Channel Fireball will no longer be a MetaZoo vendor.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mike has cut them off.
Another thing that was listed too, sports or something, sports games or something. There's a second vendor that also got kicked.
Oh yeah, a couple smaller vendors.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I didn't recognize the name.
No. I'm not sure if they were US based.
Oh, fair enough.
But a bunch of the UFO spoiler stuff has been coming out. It seems pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I do want to backtrack for a second. Something else about FAB stuff.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, everyone. We are, in America at least, still pre-release. So there are all sorts of price variants happening on the individual cards. If you wait a couple weeks, you'll be better off than if you're trying to buy cards now. I get it. If you have something coming up and you have to get it, you got to pay what you got to pay, right?
Right.
There are some competitions that are happening like the same weekend.
But we are getting some. I think we still have useful data to. Yes, they are slightly higher, but we can now see where they're at and then maybe subtract like 20% or something.
Yeah, agreed. That's what I was about to go into next. Yeah. Is that we did see some sales of on Facebook of the Fable for 300, the Dragons
Rainbow Foil,
pretty much all going. Oh yeah, Rainbow Foil. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, sorry. And then the Dragons are all going. These are the Marvels are all going for about 50-55 range.
Yeah.
So that's the Marvel fancy schmancy version for 55, and that's.
I think the 3 that sold for
like 30.
I think the 3 that sold for 55 are all the rares, and the other one is the mythic.
No.
Or no? Is that not it?
No. Yeah, Nick Curry is definitely not a mythic.
Okay.
And Vincerikai, I believe, is, but I could be wrong on that.
Okay. Pretty sure that one's.
There's so many dragons.
I know the names are hard. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to like learn them over time. Yeah. So I apologize for not having the best information there. But point being is that they
cold foil commons at $10.
$100 each.
Cold foil commons at $10. Any one that I don't open, I'm buying. Those look gorgeous. I would pay $10 for those.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, but this tells you kind of where the market is. The
right.
Marvels or the Dragon Marvels, I think, are going to be a little bit better than the potions from Everfest, but not like hugely better. And I think the main factor that's going to make them better is one, they're playable, usable, right?
Yeah.
They'll probably diverge where the ones that are just really good, like the draw card one,
and I think they're more usable too, like more actually playable because they're not shuffled into your deck. So you can put them in a snap case.
Yep, people are gonna love them, and they're definitely gonna get used. So the utility
and people are gonna want play sets. Yeah,
is gonna be there.
Yeah.
The only question mark is really how common they are, because we still don't really know. I have some data that makes it indicate it's every 2 boxes, give or take, but
so
it was
2 in
a
a case
sample set.
Yeah,
2 in a case is kind of the idea. And of course there's 13 dragons, so even 2 in a case, that's a lot of cases, therefore kind of hard to get all of them, so yeah, it's interesting, but we'll get more into that further. I just wanted to bring up that the markets are still crazy. They are getting more populated, so prices are coming down. expect prices to go down further. But if you think 50 for a Marvel Dragon, call it 30 when markets settle out, give or take, maybe 20, 25. You know,
Sure.
I'm not sure. A little bit more than the Everfest potions, but not a huge difference. Like definitely not $100 Marvel like it was in the very.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. We can continue now. Sorry about that.
Before we dive into all the craziness with Magic and your ranting, I just wanted to talk about Dice Throne. I backed the Kickstarter for the Marvel version. So if you're not familiar with Dice Throne, it is like Battle Yahtzee. It is not really it's not a collectible thing, but it's a very fun card game. Yahtzee kind of card game. You have a hand. It's a lot of fun, and they just came out with a Marvel version. It was started at the beginning of the year and just came out now. Very excited to dive into that. I got all these like accessories for it too that I'm excited about. Like I got 2 play mats. It comes with 8 different heroes that you can play as, and sleeves. They came out with sleeves for the decks, and dice tray. So
nice.
Very excited about that.
We'll have to play.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, I want to do a video of us playing it. I think that'd be fun. I think it's on Tabletop Simulator, the Marvel ones too.
That doesn't surprise me. Yeah, they definitely had a version on there before.
Yeah,
it's a pretty common game. Like someone else was asking me if I'd played it. Like it's like a lot of gamers have at least tried it. So
absolutely,
it's pretty common, pretty well liked.
Yeah, and it seems like they are trying new things with these new heroes. They do seem very different from reading just a couple cards. So that's pretty. Yeah. It seems like they're taking the next steps with the games.
The spice is that the different seasons, like it really does change up how it's played. It makes it, it keeps it interesting.
Absolutely, and I think they are mass making the Marvel ones, but just in the 2-packs, not like the season, like the season like big giant box thing.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you can buy like individual or pairs.
Pairs, yeah.
Yeah, nice. I think that's better because it's going to be a little more accessible, obviously.
Oh, absolutely, and yeah,
cardboard shortages and all the rest make everything expensive, right?
Right.
It'd be better to get it a little like, I'll just get these 2.
Right, but yeah, I'm very excited to dive into that. It's so, I don't know, it's relaxing, it's fun, but engaging as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it relaxing. You gotta
compared to like. Yeah, but I mean, relaxing compared to like Flesh and Blood.
You don't have to like think so hard.
Yeah,
it's not like big brain moves every few seconds. No. It's all roll the damn dice.
A lot of dice and see what happens.
Yeah. It is relaxing that way. Okay.
But yeah, just wanted to shout that out real quick. We can dive into the Magic craziness. Delays, sets being weird, prices being weird. Sets being bad, sets being overpowered, sets being...
Yeah. So start with Commander Legends because that's the one that's out and the oldest. It's way down. You open a set box, you're basically going to get $25 of value in a good box.
Ooh.
And they cost like $100. So just keep that in mind. That's the set boxes.
That's rough.
It's really hard to pull the super valuable cards. It is possible to get higher, but
average,
rare. Yeah. On average, you're going to get at $25 or worse, which is
so it's like better. WTR Unlimited.
Maybe the cards are all just worth nothing essentially in this market. Yeah.
Unless you hit.
The weird part is like there's some good commander cards in there. I think people just aren't building around it and don't care. And they're like, wallet fatigue. So there's no. Or
they just buy the single for $2.
Well, that's the reason the prices are low is because no one's buying this. Or not many are,
Yeah.
So there's no support for the market.
But also, Commander, you only need 1 copy.
Well, and think about it. You know what it is? Not only you only need 1 copy. Everyone who's buying cards are looking at these spoilers for Double Masters.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm just going to wait for Double Masters. That's a powerhouse, right? And it is. It is. Like, it's an absolute powerhouse. So if you're going to buy singles now or in 2 weeks, are you going to buy this interesting commander card you can build something around, or are you going to wait to buy like the Mana Vault or whatever the heck the latest power card is that they want to that they're reprinting in Double Masters, which there's a ton of them.
Right.
You're going to wait. Now, granted, that means singles Double Masters are going to be freaking fortune because that's where all the money's going to get dumped. Right?
Absolutely.
So I'm curious how that one goes. It does also seem it's been short printed. Even our local store contacted everyone in Discord and said, if you want to buy Double Masters, do it now, because somehow the internet found us and people are ordering it from all over the country from us. Um, and basically, what happened is they had a reasonable price, and our shop is really like cool like that. They pick a price and stick with it. They don't herky jerky change things or anything.
Yeah.
So they set a price that was above your TCG player, right? Their shop, they need to support themselves, so they have that premium of where brick and mortar,
Right.
which is usually reasonable but a little high for market, right? Well, then the market went nuts, and so it rose above even their higher price, and so their price became kind of discounted versus what was on Amazon and everywhere else.
Right.
And so somehow someone shared a link with someone, and that got shared with, it just
Right.
the world found it, and they had people from like Ohio saying they were going to come and pick up the boxes.
What?
Yeah. So
Yeah, because they switched it to local only, right? Like pickup
yeah,
only.
well, yeah, they had, yeah. And
So what is
they
it cheaper to?
They canceled those, yeah.
With the
They
price of
canceled them.
gas?
Yeah, I know, right? I don't think the people were thinking
Yeah.
it through, or they were saying we're going to buy 100 or 10,
Yeah.
or whatever. It was like a crazy amount. Apparently our shop got allocated pretty well, which is cool. They're pretty big,
Yeah.
Magic shop though. Like they have multiple things.
They're one of the biggest in Philly.
Yeah, yeah. So it doesn't surprise me that they got allocated, but yeah, this just shows the chaos around these two releases and what's going on. I'm sure they have a stack of Commander Legends.
Yeah.
I know they offered discounts on a bunch of older stuff. New Capenna was the one that they were really trying to get rid of. That they still had a bunch of. So yeah, there's a lot of chaos in the Magic world right now. It's very interesting to watch. And I will say, despite kind of what we would say is a normal downtrend, I've been watching some of these, like, I would say quieter auction sites that aren't your normal stuff, like TTP Player for graded stuff.
Yeah.
And a card that sold for $60 a year or two ago, and remember, 2020 had like a booming year, right?
Yeah.
Is selling for like 140.
What?
In this market? It's crazy. So I'm thinking old singles and stuff are really, like, people are watching it. People are hungry for that stuff, and they're waiting for opportunity, and they're just getting impatient and paying out the middle. Like, I don't understand it. I've looked at all this research history on these card prices, various ratings, various graders, and all this stuff, and it seems like it's above average right now, not below. Even though the whole market as a whole is kind of like sinking, right?
Right.
It's weird. We're in some weird times. So anyways, you want to talk about 40K? You were going to say something about that?
Oh, I was just so Magic's coming out with 40K Commander decks that I was looking forward to because I really like the 40K universe, and it's delayed until October 7th now.
Oof, that's a long way. Did they say why?
Due to ongoing global supply chain challenges and delays in production. The global release will now be October 7th.
So here's my rant.
But
go ahead.
I'm also torn on this because a lot of places have taken pre-orders from it because we were getting in that range. And so I feel like people are going to not want to have their money tied up in a pre-order for that long. And there's also, this is the one that has the collector commander decks.
Which is weird. That's a first, right?
Yeah. I think so. I'm tempted. I can't decide which I'm getting. Yeah, the collector ones seem really expensive, but I feel like I also just want to play them.
Yeah. Well, don't get a collector if you want to play them.
I know. That's my thing is, like, I want the collector ones, but at the same time, I also want to play them. So I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, I don't know what to tell you on that.
Yeah. Personal problem. I'll figure it out.
Expensive, that much I know. The collector one.
Figure it out.
What in the world?
Yeah. Maybe they won't be. Maybe they'll just be trash and no one will like them, and then they'll just bottom.
Well, that is
like possible. They just won't have good cards.
Especially with such a delay, because people will be on to the next thing by then, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to say, though. It's hard to say.
Yeah. All right. Here's your rant.
Yeah. So rant, logistics, global supply chain. This is not just cards and cardboard.
No.
So as many people know, I do startups and that sort of thing, investing in them for a living. And we are reaching a point where the markets have gotten a little bit crazy, and everyone is getting very defensive. So you have two factors or multiple factors at play. You have the markets kind of drying up as far as capital goes. People aren't willing to invest or extend credit as much as they were previously because they're worried about incoming downturn. So it kind of seizes or slows capital and credit. And what that ends up doing is it means you better buy what you need, because you're not going to be able to buy over the top or buy on like just in time with a credit line or whatever. Lines are shorter, right?
Right.
So what ends up happening is people come up with either alternative financing options if they can, or they try to buy what they can at current prices, and that impacts the prices because people try to stock up. It's kind of like the toilet paper issue, right?
Right.
Everyone was worried that there's no toilet paper, and so everyone bought toilet paper, which ensured there was no toilet paper, right?
Right.
So we're starting to see that at a more global kind of supply chain level. And what that's causing, I've heard this multiple times now, people are having to air freight things, which is not something you do. It's too expensive. You just wouldn't do it.
Right.
Which costs a lot of extra money, which then means their margins are slimmer, which means they have to charge more or figure out a way to make a little extra money to make up the difference, right?
Right.
So you're seeing this on all sorts of things. One example I have is I have this company that I work with that is an electronics company. It makes a soundboard type thing, a little electronic board. And it uses these integrated circuits, these chips. They have about a dozen chips that are required for this product that they cannot get anywhere close to the price that they had been getting them historically. So something that used to cost 6 cents is now costing them $30. Something that used to cost, something that used to cost $1 is just impossible to get. It's a 52-week lead time where it used to be like 2 weeks. Right, so think about that. It went from like being something you can get in a couple of weeks to being something you can get next year.
That's just something you cut. You're done.
Yeah, that's exactly. You're done, and that's hitting all sorts of companies. And you got to think about it. Integrated circuits, IC chips. They're in everything. They're in your cell phone. They're in your monitor. They're in your watch. They're in your clock. They're in your microwave, they're in your toaster, they're in your freaking cars, they're in the little circuit boards that go into the sewage system treatment plants.
Right.
They're in, everything. And as these things get harder to get and the prices go up or the lead times go up, it changes the dynamics of the entire logistics workflow. And so say you are critical infrastructure, like a power plant or something, and you need a circuit board that has the same IC chip that this sound system has in it, right? Well, guess what? Apple is $1 billion company with a ton, or $1 trillion company with a ton of cash on hand. They're going to pay the $30. So you're not going to get them. So 100% of the supply is going to go to the next iPhone instead of to the sewage treatment plant that has a fixed budget. And so you start to see where these things can be really chaotic and bad.
Yeah.
The other one I was hearing about a while ago, which I still worry about, is the forklift parts. Certain parts that are critical on forklifts.
We have customers that
are
you
were the one
forklift
telling me.
companies.
I was going to let you go. Yeah, go. Tell it.
What?
Tell it. Tell the story.
I don't know which story you're referring to, though.
Just about the customers with the forklifts.
That they can't get their parts for it?
Yeah. And think about how many things forklifts work on. Like, you need it for every part. Every single thing in your house was lifted by a forklift, if not 10.
Yep.
Right? Like, and so if a part
I work a
forklift.
forklift.
Forklifts can't show up to fix the forklifts go offline. That happens for a long enough period, and it's been a long period of that happening. Like, it starts to have these disruptive effects that we're seeing where it's like, we don't know why. We just can't get our stuff here in time.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, and it's hitting everything.
And then you're paying people to unload the trucks by hand, which costs more money.
Yep.
Which increases then.
Up, and then you have all these external effects. Like, so I'm just seeing it all over the place.
And then, like, how I hear it work, no one wants to work.
Yeah, no one wants to work, or people try to tell you that inflation is because of government checks or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just no one wants to work for pennies.
It's all part of it, right?
Yeah.
All of these things are factors, right? It's the fact that labor has options.
It's a domino effect.
Extra money is in the system right now, right? And then oil costs are affecting everything, and lack of forklifts is affecting everything, and lack of these chips is you see, it's these ripple effects, and you hit 2-3 of them, and the prices can absorb it, the logistics can absorb it. If you start hitting 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these things, it can't anymore, and you start seeing these little failures. And just like in ecology, right? You guys have probably all heard, like, if a certain insect goes extinct, it doesn't really affect the forest. But if a critical insect goes extinct, it like just decimates the forest. Like everything relied on it because of the chain of food and stuff.
Right.
So that's the same thing in the economy. There's certain key elements within the economy that if they get massively disrupted, it ripples through everything. And then if you have 2 or 3 of those things happening at once, it really ripples. And then you have all these weird disruptions, and there's no predicting it because it unwinds in a chaotic way. Like I said, this vendor will sign a contract with this, and then the next day the price will triple, and then they cancel that contract, and then it goes to this, and then this Apple comes in and says, we'll pay 4 times as much if you give us everything you have. Like it starts to play out in these chaotic ways that are very, very unpredictable. So you're going to see it across everything. I think the next couple of years will be pretty chaotic economically, macroeconomically. I think at home and in general you'll see normal things. The one thing that worries me is the fertilizer thing. We won't see that right away, but we will see it eventually. If
the increased price of fertilizer.
Ukraine and Russia are the number 1 producers.
Yeah.
And so you can't get it right now because of the sanctions war.
Right. So I work with a lot of farmers.
Yeah.
They're getting it from Canada, but it is like 3 times, 4 times as much as it was before.
Yeah.
So you're gonna start seeing
leftover stock.
Yeah.
So when that dries up, which is set to, and this isn't solved, it's going to be a problem globally.
Well, they already said you can expect to see produce prices go up in July.
Yeah. So this is, and they'll keep going up until, like, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but it's going to be another piece on that puzzle of like the chaos of the macroeconomic.
We're going to build a farm in our backyard so that we can afford more cardboard.
Yes, we can afford cardboard.
We don't have to pay for produce, so we can buy cardboard.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't grow cardboard, but you can grow produce.
It's a tree. It's made out of a tree. But yes, I see what you
mean.
Yeah. So chaotic times ahead. Whenever I say take care of your business first, that's part of it. Have your emergency fund. Make sure you're able to pay your bills and everything is good before you go investing in cardboard. Because as much as I like speculating on different types of markets, you got to have your life settled and set first. And with things going the way they are, it's gonna be a little crazy. It's weird because we're at a point where if we get a recession, which it seems like it's likely, the question of how big it is, if we get a recession that's big enough, it will cool all this stuff down because the prices are set by supply and demand. We're currently having supply issues because of logistics, right? So prices are up.
Right.
But if demand equally drops because there's a recession, then prices will cool and less stuff will be pushed through these systems that are now taxed, and then they can maybe get back on track, right? Because you won't need as many microchips, you won't need as many forklifts, you won't need as much oil. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so a recession may actually save us from ourselves a little bit. But that said, it obviously hurts individuals and it hurts, the economy, and it hurts a lot of things for quite a period of time. It can be up to years. The way it currently looks, and no one has a crystal ball, but the current look of it is that we'll see something in like kind of towards end of year, early next year. We'll be kind of on the other side of this current hump if the policies go correctly and everything kind of works out the way they're trying to.
Right.
If it's misjudged, though, it could take longer. Obviously, big recessions take like 2 years, 18 months sort of thing, depending on the details of the situation.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but just be ready. Be ready to get rid of your cardboard and all that. And if you have extra capital, be ready to pick up cardboard that people are getting rid of because of tough economic times.
Absolutely.
So, crazy times. I just wanted to talk about that a little bit because we're now seeing it like personal now. Like I knew this stuff in the background, but like it's like, oh, this just got delayed. because, and it's like, because, you know, well,
Yeah.
the because is what I just explained. It's all those
Right.
little pieces.
Or yeah, XY getting delayed or
Yep. Yep. So you'll see it more and more in different things, different industries, and then hopefully things cool off enough that everything can get back on track. But I don't see that happening soon. I think that will be so my guess. So sorry for the sad news.
it's okay. It is what it is.
It's better to be aware of it than to have it surprise you, though.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in just like the next release and forget about,
Sure.
kind of the global implications of what's going on.
Yeah. Don't overextend.
Yep. Man, I'm excited for Double Masters talking about extending.
So how many boxes did you have on order?
I bought 2 of the
draft.
I guess the draft booster.
Yeah.
They don't have the set, right? It's just draft booster
and collector.
Yeah, and then a collector box, all from our local shop because they actually had really good prices compared to the market.
Cool.
Yeah, I was very happy about that. So I'm gonna go pick them all up on the 8th, I think, whenever that release date is. I think it's. So I will have lots of things to look at. I'm not sure if I'm gonna open those cards or if I'm just gonna shelf them. Kind of want to just shelf them. But
I'd shelf them.
Yeah. I still have the set boxes. Now I don't want to open those because they went down so much. I'm worried that maybe a trend going forward is people have more real life expenses to worry about.
It's also summer. It's also summer, so people are going to be.
Everyone's on vacation and doing other things.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. That's my current crypto advice that I get is it's summer. Forget about it. Just go on vacation. Forget about it.
Yeah. DCA and forget about it.
Yep.
But yeah.
Well, that is it for my rant.
Okay.
Anything else?
I don't know. Nothing too crazy. Just waiting for.
Are we gonna get an actual game of CC recorded enough this week?
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, we can't.
If we can.
Yeah, you should be able to.
All right, we'll work it out.
Yeah,
because I have a new Icelander deck I'd like to try.
Cool. I will. I have some changes that I wanted to make to the FI deck. So, after playing it for a little bit now, I've figured out what cards I like, don't like, what's clunky, what's always a good card. That Rise the Ashes card, I might just play 9.
What's that do again?
It's the one that pumps your next Draconic attack and pulls a Ash Flame from the graveyard.
Oh yeah, those are good.
Yeah.
It's just automatic extra chain.
Yeah, and it costs 0. And it's you don't like if you get the buff, it's in the red in 3. That's pretty solid. It's awesome. But just getting the blue or the yellow just to start things off and get that is because a lot of and then the other advantage of the red one is there's a lot of cards in the deck that require you to play a red card first. So it can still be the first, those cards can still be the first chain link, but just require a red card to activate. Either go again or pulling a Ash or a what is it? Ember Flame? Phoenix Flame. Out of your deck.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. If it does that, then you automatically will have that red.
Right, exactly.
You have it set. It's there. Like that's why it's a kind of self-fulfilling little bit for your chain link.
Yeah. I am really interested to start playing because we've been playing a lot of the 3 heroes, but I am interested to start really playing against non-uprising heroes.
Me too.
But
how the meta shapes up in this upcoming season.
Yeah. I am still feeling pretty good with Briar. Channel Mount Heroic Briar deck that I've been playing. I added the Crown of Providence, but I want to look and see what other cards I want to add. I may add Erase Face, because Erase Face coming in for 9 seems pretty good.
Yeah. And on top of that, even coming in for 6, it's a good block against Prism, who's still going to be top of the meta. Oh, this is something to bring up, not really related to Chaos of the Market, but
Chaos of the meta.
Yeah, exactly. They did announce the next banning session will be at the very end of August, so it's after Pro Tour. So you know how we were talking before about maybe they'll shake it up right before Pro Tour? They're not doing it. So that means Prism is in until the end of the summer season, which is Pro Tour is like the ultimate, battle for the summer.
Right.
I think Worlds is after that though, so maybe that's the idea is to shake
November
it up before Worlds. Yeah, so yeah, it makes sense that they're doing that, but the point being is that Prism's here till the end of August. So yes, having a 6 that will pop her, phantasms or whatever they're called, will be very valuable, and you can also swing it, which turns off her ability, which again is also very valuable.
Right.
Was it talent and character ability or something like that?
Talent and cards. So like cards aren't illusionist cards. Cards aren't.
That's right. Yeah. So all of her stuff that says if you pitch a yellow illusionist card you have, go again.
They're not illusionist cards.
All that stuff. Yeah. All gets turned off. So it's a very, very good card for most classes, and the ones it's not the best against, it's still pretty good. Like it's not terrible.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's the new CND.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's definitely one of those. Like maybe it's not an auto include, but it's definitely one you should put on the list to check to see if it makes sense.
Yeah, especially with just being like maybe it's your sideboard card for Prism.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait till we get our boxes this Friday.
Absolutely.
Hopefully.
Yeah. I brought when I went to go visit family, I brought the Classic Battles deck. I did not get a chance to play it, but 2 family members are interested in learning the game and already own Tabletop Simulator and are familiar with Discord. So we may be getting some new playmates. So that should be fun.
Yeah. But always looking for more games.
Absolutely. Yeah, because the community is important. The community doesn't grow. And that, okay, so here, circling back to your logistics thing, does it get to a point where everything gets delayed and card things just plummet from lack of interest due to nothing new coming out? Like, do you think we get there?
No, this isn't that type of global everything stops sort of thing.
Everything slows.
Everything slows. You'll basically what we're seeing now plus a little bit more. So you know how Unset got pushed off, now 30K gets pushed off. 40K, there's going to be some prioritization, right? So it's like the hottest products will still make it to market because you need to have your hottest products in the market.
Right.
But you're going to start saying, well, crap, I had 6 releases planned. Maybe I can only get 3 done,
Right.
And you prioritize the most important one. I think.
But then, so that goes against the Commander Legends Double Masters thing because there's not a lot of Double Masters and there's plenty of Commander Legends.
Yeah, and then also just having how many products they have this year coming out, I think that kind of hurt them.
Oh yeah, Magic! It's like every couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's a lot. Well, it got pushed back, right? It was supposed to come out they printed Commander Legends. I think they said in May, came out. So they used to have a 6 month to a year buffer on print to actual street date.
Yeah,
it's down to nothing. So that's why they're all messed up because I think they have multiple chains. So they have the core sets, they have the alt sets, and then they have the special products.
Right.
And I think some of them are still functioning and some of them are not. And so you're starting to see these mix ups and mess ups and whatever. And I think FAB might be in a good position because it only does a few 3 products a year, right?
Right. And they only really announce classic battle kind of things. Yeah. They only really announce those a month in advance.
Exactly. It doesn't matter when they come out because they're not really on the calendar. So if Classic Battles the next one gets pushed by 3 months,
who knows?
Didn't even know it was coming. Yeah. So who cares? When it hits, it's fine.
Yeah.
It may make a few things awkward in the meta if they have a special card in there, but it's not going to end the game or do anything really disruptive, right?
Right. Do those singles come down for classic Battles? Because I may need to get those.
I don't know. I did buy some of them initially just to have extras.
Right.
But I did not pay attention to whether they went up or down.
I've been playing with the
They actually have some value. Surprising.
Oh
Run
yeah.
through is $3. Pack call is 5. Those are the hot ones that everyone wants, I guess.
No, it's the Dorinthia specialization.
What is it called? Do you remember?
Spellblade, Steelblade.
I think that came down.
It was like 28.
It's not even a best selling right now. So let me go by price because I'm doing it by volume.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it. It must have come down. It's not on the first page.
Yeah, it's $28. Glistening Steelblade.
In my section. Oh yeah, it is. It's on the first line. That's why I didn't see it.
Yeah.
It's the only card that's that high.
Yep.
It's at the same values as the box itself.
Yep, pretty
The
much.
box is 37. That one card is 28.
Yep.
Holy crap.
Because
That's
it's
why I missed
really good.
Wow. Okay.
Your next
Well, that one
Dawnblade
didn't come
attack this
down.
turn gains Go Again. So you get your Go Again. And whenever Dawnblade hits a hero this turn, put a +1 counter on it. That +1 counter doesn't get removed.
Nope. Against any Dawnblade. It's not this special Dawnblade.
Correct.
There's a rat of that card because that's just broken.
I want to play Dorinthia and CC now.
We'll do it. I don't see why you wouldn't.
Prism.
Fair enough.
When Prism's gone, though, my word.
Yeah. Actually, that's interesting. I wonder. So Prism will be gone, and we kind of predict like Briar will still be good. Is Briar better?
Maybe
than
you
her?
play Dorinthia with Erase Face, Command and Conquer, and yeah.
Yeah, you could do that. It kind of goes against these she's trying to do,
Yeah, but I mean, so you literally, because before people would play Nourishing Emptiness for that 5-card hand.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, if you're playing, having those cards in your deck and not going against your plan, and so basically having those cards to prevent one of their turns, and then basically giving you a 3-card hand, but there's enough ways to gain Go Again now that you're gonna swing twice every time, no matter what.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
The pressure is still there, so your main plan of pressuring the sword is.
I'm not saying it's going to give you a positive win rate over Prism. I'm saying it's going to take you from like 10%
It might be like
to
a
like
surprise in the meta.
30, 40%. Yeah.
Yeah. Got it.
Because you're not going to see Prism in every game, and the other games you're going to be solid.
Yeah, I'm actually curious how that will play. Should she play well into Oldhim? Probably not,
I don't see why not.
because of frostbite tokens and massive ability.
You have enough consistent Go Again, and
Yeah, but you can't pay for it. That's the problem. If he's frosting you.
Well, that's
Actually, I don't know, because now he's got Seeds is banned, so he's weakened now.
Seeds and Blitz. That's just
It's
Blitz.
only in Blitz. Oh, okay. So yeah, so he's still a defensive monstrosity.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good matchup.
But Dorinthia and Blitz now too also seems very solid.
Well, Dorinthia's been pretty good in Blitz. She wasn't like Kasai level, but she was always like
I don't know.
around the edges.
Yeah,
right?
I guess so.
I mean, I don't know. I'm asking you. You're the warrior, right?
It's more of a Kasai's more of a wide thing, and Dorinthia's. I mean, they both kind of swing for 2,
I was
but
say Dorinthia's super wide too. Usually.
yeah. But the other nutty combo with Glistening Steelblade is Twinning Blade.
Yeah, Twinning Blade's great.
But it wasn't really being played much, but now it is again.
Well, sounds like you gotta pull out some Dorinthia again.
I know. It's 3 swings, and if all 3 of those hit, you have 3 permanent counters on your. Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Gross. But yeah, super excited to play some more. So yeah, we'll definitely get some videos in. I don't think my evenings are that crazy this week. I do have.
Well, we can talk about it offline.
Yeah.
We don't need to schedule our games on the podcast.
No, that's true. That's true. But we do have. I am going to be. It's CC week this week, Armory. So that'll be fun. That's why I was thinking about it.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
Right.
I don't think I have anything else unless there's anything else you wanted to touch on. Go watch our videos that we put out this week. We did the top 5 comics. We did the market update. We did.
That's it. I don't think there's much else.
No, we did. We did another one. Nope, those are the only two.
Yep, I was about to say I don't think so. Not this week. That was last week.
Yep.
Yeah,
Weeks are
I have
blurring together.
a couple of videos that I imagine will come out this week. Particularly if the boxes get delivered by Friday, I'll definitely do at least one of the patron boxes this week. They come in. If I get this one from Canada beforehand, I'll do that, and that'll just be for myself. Like I said, I'm not going to charge extra to the patron for the extra shipping. So those will be coming out this week to next week, depending on the timing of deliveries, and then obviously my market update coming up. Your top 5. And if there's anything else, maybe we'll get this CC game.
Yep, we will. And Friday, I should be opening a case, so that's exciting.
Cool.
At least one. We'll see if any of the others arrive in time.
Awesome.
But yeah, then I'm gone sometime over the weekend. So, but it's a long weekend because it's 4th of July, so that's exciting.
That's right.
But cool. Well, I think that does it for the 26th episode of the Tommy's Top Picks Weekly Roundup podcast. Thank you for making it to the end. We appreciate you. And don't forget to hit the like button, smash the like button, ring the bell, let you know when we put out new stuff, all that rigmarole jazz. Yeah, and if you like what you do, if you want to be in touch with us, you can join our Patreon. There's a link in the description below. Yeah, we have a good community, a good Discord that you're welcome to join and join in the conversation. So the stuff that we talk about on the podcast, in the market updates and the comics, everything we discuss in videos, we have most likely talked about already on the Discord. So if you want the news sooner and direct access to talking to us, feel free to hop in the Patreon. I think it's as low as $1. So,
yep.
Yeah, should be fun. Anything else?
Nope, that's it for me.
All right, well, until next week, we'll catch you guys later.
Have a good one.